I'm about to recite two poems that I wrote today. The first is called The Intro, and it's the intro to the second poem, which hasn't yet been titled. So this morning I decided to get up early, finished writing last night's song, tried to get in my zone, but something went wrong. In my mind's eye, I heard my ancestors speak. They said, "Sweet beloved child, that song is nice, but today you're going to teach." Some things need to be said that will make a lot of people mad, but truth will set them free, so pick up your pen and pad. There was no need to ask what they wanted me to say. Instinctively, I knew it was written in my DNA. I zoned out, feeling their energy flow through me like waves. When I finally set down my pen, I was on my sixth full page. Now, what I'm about to say is very indiscreet, so listen with an open mind because it's going to get deep. Here it goes. When the world looks at me, what is it they see? Labeled by race and color and not my genetic royalty. There's beauty in my essence. Indigenous nobility sings. I am not beneath you. I descend from kings and queens. Even my own people have accepted this oppression, ignoring the writing on Giza's wall and traded it for mass deception. Mental bondage, trapped and enslaved, tatted with rest in peace, helping to dig our own graves. No fight for injustice, claiming to be blessed because you were given an inch. Shouting loud and proud on Sundays because Willie's got you lynched. And for us who try to change the image or try to provide some insight, get hit with a revised book and condemned to be cast from the light. If you ask me, that's all right. Even your book says you find truth in the void of all light. So I'll sit in meditation with my mind's eye open, instead of living day to day on my knees, begging, pleading, wishing, and hoping. I don't need to be instructed on how I find God. You never question why you need a mediator or interpreter, forbidden to correspond directly. That doesn't strike you as odd? Okay, makes sense. It's clear that you win, searching outside for the answers when the truth lies within. Willing to accept the fate because you're convinced you're born in sin? Not this queen here. I was innocent when my life began. Taught to hate ourselves from birth. I don't buy that either. I will never despise my melanin, nor try to look like my deceiver. That's the problem right there. Fall in line. Go ahead. Follow the leader. He'll never teach you your true history or the power of ether. Keep believing his story. Let it dilute and infiltrate your mind. I can care less of his false alibis. Duh, it's his story, not mine. Come on. Let common sense sink in. Why would they teach us empowerment? They don't want the roles reversed again. While on the subject of history, let's take a look. All hail the great founding fathers, the greatest of all crooks. Our heritage, our land, our freedom is what they took. When we tried to fight back, we were shackled, enslaved, raped, killed, then controlled by a book. We have constitutional rights. I ain't nobody's slave. Wrong. Only the dynamics have changed. It was converted to mental bondage at church and liquor store on every hood corner, gold chains and minimum wage. Salute the flag, beg for your redemption. Be proud of the history of America, but do you know Kemet? Silence as I expected, because we weren't taught about Kemet. Why would they tell us of great power and nobility, especially if we were in it? Or how religion was born from our spirituality, imposed upon us by force to divide and conquer humanity. You choose to swear by it, but I'm the one with insanity? Maybe. But I searched for knowledge outside of their designated pages. Felt truth in my soul when I heard Dr. John Henrik Clarke say this. No copyright intended. But I'll proceed to paraphrase it. Spirituality is a way of accepting the fact that there is a spiritual force in the universe larger than all mankind. Then someone came along and said, there's another God. Forget about yours. The only true one is mine. Then next came the word faith. Follow mine. It's the only way. Forget about everything you know and who you are. Live your life by what I say. Religion is the organization of spirituality into something that became the handmaiden of the conquerors. Nearly all religions were brought to people and imposed on people by conquerors over a series of time and used as the framework to enslave and control our minds. And when you accept a picture of a deity assigned to you by another people, you become the spiritual prisoners of that people and never deemed to be equal. Let me end this with one question. If you are a child of God and God is a part of you, then in your imagination, shouldn't God represent and look just like you? Food for thought.